Hello, it's Doug, the 2-Minute Gardener. Today we're going to look at 90 great flowering plants for your spring garden. Today's video is going to cover purple, red, and pink. And as always, there's a list of all the plants in the video description. So enjoy.
Hello again, this is Doug, the 2-Minute Gardener. Well, it's time to do some color-specific gardening in honor of spring. Things are starting to look great in the nursery. So let's do a series on color-specific plants. So the first one in this series of 7 color videos is purple. Oh, like this beautiful jacaranda tree. Oh, this is a beautiful tree. If you have a lot of space, really big trees. So this is jacaranda. This is Pride of Madeira. Oh, just so beautiful. Great for seaside gardens. Ceanothus concha. This is probably the most purple of all the ceanothus shrubs. Really great ones. And some more. Now, I've put labels on almost all of these. There is a list in the video description and the comment section on all of these plants. Oh, here's my favorite purple plant, Mexican bush sage. Great plant. Hummingbirds love this plant. Easy to grow. As you saw in the video I talked about last week. Indigo spires is a newer salvia that I've really fallen in love with. Another great plant. And of course, Cleveland sage, wonderful California native. Great for hummingbirds and all other kinds of birds. A really good plant. Good for slopes too. Russian sage, not a true salvia, but still a beautiful plant. Good for colder areas, and as I'm not going to rattle on every one of these, but these are some really cool little plants. Floss flowers like a little annual, nice for foreground, should be coming into the nurseries any second. And scaevola is a really neat one for hanging baskets and cascading over walls. Hebe is a tiny little shrub, a really kind of small little plant. Bellflower, also known as campanula, a nice little annual, depending on where you live. And of course, another tree that I've done a couple of videos on, the chaste tree. Just a wonderful plant. VITEX agnus cast, used for medicinal purposes. The leaves do kind of look like marijuana, but it has these wonderful purple flowers. And butterflies and hummingbirds just love it. It blooms in the summertime. The tree will get about 15 feet tall by about 15 feet wide in good conditions. And again, the foliage is actually kind of fragrant. It's kind of a really neat little plant. So this is again the chaste tree, VITEX agnus cast. Back to the regular plants, perennial butterfly bush comes in purples and pinks. Princess flower, nice little shrub actually. And of course the silver leaf princess flower, similar plant but just gorgeous foliage. Oh my goodness, I love that foliage. Eochroma, another very good hummingbird plant, really fun. And there's that Pride of Madeira again, various shades of purple and lilac. And of course lavender, duh, it's purple plant, you got to talk about lavender. French lavender, English lavender, there's also Spanish lavender, fernleaf lavender, another variation on these lavenders because, you know, of course the word is lavender. And as you can obviously guess, there are quite a few roses out there. Burgundy iceberg is kind of purple. I know it's stretching it, but I stuck it in the purple category because it's closer to purple than anything else. This is a wonderful shrub, the yesterday, today, and tomorrow. It is actually a shrub, really beautiful. You can see it's called that because it has 3 different shades of purple in it. And of course, dahlias come in all kinds of shades, as you've seen in my dahlia videos. Gladioluses are really great cut flowers. And I love my bearded iris. This is Dracula's kiss that I got from a client years ago, and it's practically black. And this is a Dutch iris I got from my mom. She gave me a bunch of Dutch irises a few years ago. Really kind of fun. And finally, heliotrope. Now, this is a really cool little plant. Now, heliotrope, all kinds of fun stuff like this. Kangaroo paw is a wonderful one. Dipladenia, wonderful vine. Oh my goodness, great for small little compact spaces. Got a little shade. And then there's bougainvillea, a giant shrub. Good for 20 feet. Does best if it's got a little support, a wall, a fence, that kind of thing. Yarrow is such a great butterfly plant. I love yarrow. And it comes in red, obviously, with all the other colors that we've talked about in earlier videos. So let's talk about some shrubs. So camellias, there's 2 different kinds of camellias out there. There's the Sanqui camellias, which can take a little bit of the sun, and then Japanese camellias, which really do love the shade. They look best in the shade. Really beautiful plants. Can get pretty big, about 10 feet tall over time. They're kind of a slow growing plant, but they're great winter blooming shade plants. So if you have a shady garden, then you definitely want to think about some camellias. Little John callistemon, oh my goodness, great plant for attracting bees if you want to help the local bees out. Also a tough drought-tolerant, rabbit-resistant plant. Grevillea is another wonderful drought-tolerant plant. Can get pretty big. Lots of different forms of Grevillea out there. Pincushion, this is a great cut flower. The Leucospermum series, great cut flower. And kangaroo paw, as you saw the opening sequence of the video, also great cut flower, really needs well-draining soil. And I'll talk about kangaroo paws next week. But definitely, it's a wonderful plant if you get that good draining soil. You really can shine. Canna lily's more of a tropical plant, really kind of fun. Goes dormant in the winter and then comes roaring back in the summer. Lets you know it's time to get in the pool when the canna lily's blooming. And of course, daylilies come in a wide range of colors. This is kind of red, a little bit of yellow, but I'm going to call that one red. Bat-face kufiyas, and there's some other kufiyas as well, but I love the bat-face. Another good plant for shade, the cyclamen. Really kind of compact, and a very tough little plant, the ivy geraniums. Comes in lots of colors. Red is a wonderful version of that. The monkey flower, and one of my favorite, this is actually my delta leaf sage. And there's several different salvias out there that come in red, and let me take a moment to talk about salvias. So salvias, especially red salvias, are really great for attracting hummingbirds in your garden because hummingbirds are really drawn to the color red. So if you want to get some hummingbirds in your garden, definitely look at getting some red salvias in your garden. Dahlias, of course, and you can't talk about red flowering plants without talking about some roses. This is Veterans Honor. I love a Veterans Honor, fabulous form, but there are lots of other red roses out there. Obviously, same thing, you gotta have really well draining soil, and I've talked about roses a lot in all my other rose videos. This is actually 4th of July, a wonderful climbing rose, kind of red, little speckles of white, kind of a neat little plant there. So, by the way, there's a list of all the plants in this video in the video description, along with links to buy some of these plants. There's some dahlias again, really kind of fun little tuber flower. 30 great pink flowering plants, things that give you all kinds of pink color. Trees, shrubs, vines, perennials, annuals, and other things. So let's get cracking on all these cool things. Oh, stargazer lily, such a fun bulb and nice and fragrant. Gladiolus, another bulb, lots of different colors. And by the way, there are links in the video description and the comment section listing all these plants, and some links on where to actually buy these from various Amazon sources as well. Well, rose mallow grows great from seed. Big, fabulous, comes in lots of different colors, but pink is the most common. It's also a really good cut flower, so try this. It is an annual in some parts, short-lived perennial in warmer climates here in San Diego. Sun patients can handle a little bit more shade, a little bit more sun than the regular patients. And NEMESIA, short-lived perennial, kind of an annual. And of course, everyone loves those begonias. And then there's the regular impatiens, lots of easy pink, definitely an annual, a little frost sensitive. GAURA, native of Texas, loves that heat. Kind of fun. Looks best if you trim it. Give it a hard haircut 3 times a year, but it's a good little perennial. And of course, Cosmos, fabulous annual, grows very easily from seed. Butterfly bushes, pinks, purples, really kind of neat. Also comes in white. Chiapa sage is one of the more pinky of all the salvias out there. We'll look at a couple in this video. And again, there's links to all these. Oh, this is pink hawthorn, one of the toughest shrubs around. You could, this was stuck in a Costco parking lot in really tough conditions. And look how beautiful it flowers. And speaking of tough, daylilies. Oh yeah, all kinds of fun. Now, pink vines, here's a good fence eater, the trumpet vine. This will definitely chew up 20 feet of fence and cover it nicely in a short time. Another fence eater, bougainvillea, good for fences, walls, the sides of houses. Freeway daisy, because it gets used on a lot of freeways here in Southern California. Hydrangeas are going to be pink here because we have such salty water, but you can also get them in blue, of course. And of course, ivy geraniums, lots of fun colors, very easy, self-cleaning plant. You just plant it and forget it. Really nice. A little frost sensitive. Most of these are frost sensitive, but some of them are pretty tough, like the Chinese fringe flower. That's a good shrub for colder areas. Pink Jerusalem sage. Nice variant of the original yellow. So let's talk about some trees. Now, of all the trees around here, the one that has the most variation of color is the crepe myrtle. Lots of fun colors. Tuscarora, muskegee, lots of great colors there. Pink, This purple leaf plum actually is more pinky than anything else. The Marina strawberry tree, great bird tree. And of course, lots of different fruit trees, like this peach tree comes in pink as well. Hong Kong orchid, kind of an unusual flower. My favorite tree, of course, is the forest pansy redbud, a really neat one. All right, back to perennials. The summer pastels yellow, water lily. That's an unusual if you have a little pond. Got to do some water lilies. How about succulents? Yeah, sedums, great succulents. Kangaroo paw, practically succulent, needs that good draining soil. Another sage, the autumn sage that I mentioned earlier before, really easy to grow. Nice hummingbird plant. Hummingbirds just love those colors. A good little shrub, gets about 6 feet tall, is the sweet pea shrub. Another tough shrub, the orchid rock rose. And of course, camellias are, a great shrub, but lots of different colors. There's several listed in the comment section as well, and a few links in there as well. And of course, wouldn't have a flower list without some roses. Here are some of my favorite roses. And again, there's a couple more in the description for getting some pink roses in your garden. Oh, Leonardo da Vinci's got some nice fragments. That's a nice little rose. And of course, Memorial Day is a wonderful plant as well. Sexy Rexy, that's actually my Sexy Rexy. Lots of great color on that one as well. I love my Sexy Rexy. I actually want a trophy for mine. Really kind of neat plant. Well, that's all the time we have for today. This is Doug, the 2-Minute Gardener, saying if you enjoyed this video, make sure, almost forgot, that's my Belladonna lily. Great plant. I love my Belladonna lily. Sorry. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe to get more of my garden videos as well. And again, check out the links for more information about these plants. And there's one final look at the foxglove that we started the video with. Well, that's all the time we have. Thanks again for watching.